Hey everyone, it's downtown Josh Brown. I am here live from the Investopedia 20th birthday party. Is it an anniversary or birthday?
It's a birthday, 20 years.
Okay, let me introduce who I'm here with. Doug Bonaparte, a lot of you know, Bonafide Wealth. What's your Twitter handle?
Doug Bonaparte.
Oh, it's really complicated.
Very complicated.
Wait, why does it have an H on the end?
It's an Ellis Island mishap.
So it shouldn't have.
I mean, they said sounds like Bonaparte. You're not sick. Welcome to America.
That's fascinating. We should spend a lot more time on that, but we can't right now. I want to get to Caleb Silver, and Caleb's the man of the hour. Caleb is effectively running Investopedia, all of the content that you see, all the keywords that you've searched, and you end up on that site. That's because of the work that Caleb is doing every day. Caleb, how do you feel on a day like this?
I feel old. 20 years on the internet is like 200 years in real life. So I feel like we've come a long way, and I'm the editor-in-chief, so I'm responsible for the content. It was built by hundreds of people over 20 years, but I'm glad it's there, and I'm glad people still use it.
You're not accustomed to being interviewed. Usually you're interviewing content creators. So here's the burning question that everyone wants to know. When they land on Investopedia, how much thought has been given to what the content is? So when someone says, what is EBITDA? And they find you as the #1 search result, how much thought is given on your end to make sure that what they find is actually going to help them?
That's all we think about, and I'm not kidding. There's a reason that we're the #1 search result is because so many people refer to it, so many people visit us, they trust us, and so many people backlink to us. So 20 years of backlinks helps you become #1. But staying #1 is super hard, and that means updating the content, making it better for readers, adding a case study, adding a chart, adding a quote from Doug, adding something to make it even better. That's what gets you to be #1, but staying there is the hard part.
Doug, what is the last financial term that you Google searched because people were talking about it and you weren't quite sure if you were going to send a snarky tweet about it? You wanted to be totally sure that you actually knew what it was.
Buybacks.
So what did you find when you searched buybacks? Did you find his stuff?
Yeah, actually I did. First of all, you can find any term on Investopedia. Like they'll actually break it down, show you the mathematics behind it. So all kidding aside, I actually do use it to look up whether it's ratios or what.
He's got something for you.
No. Believe it or not, there's only so much you can retain. So you hit that up, you get the ratios. But yeah, answer your question. Buybacks probably to really dunk on them or the conversation around that.
So I give talks to college students, and a lot of them, when you're like, does anyone have any questions? They're deadly silent. But then usually the professor will ask a question to break the seal. And then when the first question gets asked, the floods. And a lot of the questions they're asking, we all take it for granted because we eat, sleep, and breathe this. But people want to be smarter. And the one thing is, like, you should never ridicule someone for not knowing something if they're trying to understand it. And so I think Investopedia provides that as a service to the world, to kids all over the world that are trying to understand investing. And so for that reason, I think what you're doing is like super important. Do you want to react to that comment that I'm making?
I appreciate that, and I'm going to cry a little bit. But it all starts with education, right? When you're explaining something to your clients or you're explaining something to a new associate, it all starts with education, and then you can help them take action. So we're purely in that business of helping you understand the finance and investing world so you can go do something about it. And then when things come up like a WeWork IPO and you're looking up community-based EBITDA, you have a frame of reference to say, hey, if Investopedia doesn't have that, it must not exist. Well, we're going to write that term. But seriously, when you're looking...
Hold on. Are you throwing shade at WeWork for community-based EBITDA?
No, I think that's a genius piece of financial ingenuity, and it's going to make us go back to the drawing board and rewrite that term. That said, when companies are going public or trying to explain their mission to the world, they're using a lot of jargon. Jargon just confuses people and gets them further away from the thing they want to do, which is make the decision whether or not they want to invest. Make the decision whether they want to participate or not. And I think if you start with education, you can really help people out a lot, and that's what advisors like you do, and that's what we're trying to do too.
So what's next for Doug Bonaparte?
Wow, that's a great question. I think we just continue to grow, right? We continue to use Investopedia to help us grow. Put more money in my pocket on that one. But no, seriously, got to grow. I mean, you know where I stand. I'm going after older millennials that will become even older.
You've blown up in the last year or 2 years, would you say? Like
a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Well, we're very proud of you. We're very proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And any parting words for the Compound audience?
Stay smart. keep learning, and keep looking up your financial terms.
Yo, follow this guy. Forget me. Just you know.
All right, that's a wrap from the Investopedia 20th birthday party. Happy birthday, Investopedia. We love you. And for all of you who are hearing financial jargon, you don't know where to find the answer. What does this mean? How does it affect me? This is where you want to go. Obvious. All right, we're out. Leave us a comment. Go ahead and smash that like button. We'll talk to you very soon.